Welcome to Quiz the Bible. I am Zavorla, a humble member of the illustrious entourage of the Queen of Sheba. I have just arrived here in the magnificent temple that King Solomon has built. I can hardly believe my eyes. Before I rejoin the Queen, I've put 21 questions together from the Bible to test your knowledge. Don't forget, if you enjoy our biblical journeys here at Quiz the Bible, please like this video, subscribe for more, and ring the bell for wisdom that's yet to unfold. Now, ready your minds, our first question awaits. Let the quiz begin. Question 1. In Corinthians, what is the first thing love is described as? Was it A, humble, B, patient, C, kind, or D, gentle? Time to think. That's 10 seconds. The answer was B, patient. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 4. Love is patient. Love is kind. It does not envy. It does not boast. It is not proud. Question 2. In the book of Matthew, what was the first thing Judas did after betraying Jesus? Was it A, celebrated, B, gave back the 30 silver coins, C, hung himself, or D, became a Pharisee? Ponder on it. That's time. The answer was B, gave back the 30 silver coins. Matthew 27 verse 3. When Judas, who had betrayed him, saw that Jesus was condemned, he was seized with remorse and returned the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and the elders. Question 3. What new commandment did Jesus give the disciples before his crucifixion? Was it A, love one another, B, build churches in every city, C, go on pilgrimages to holy sites, or D, write down all his teachings? Think for a moment. Time to reveal the answer. The answer was A, love one another. John 13 verses 34 to 35. A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another. By this everyone will know that you are my disciples, if you love one another. Question 4. Which of the following was not a river flowing out of the Garden of Eden? Was it A, Pishon, B, Gin, C, Tigris, or D, Nile? Take a moment. Pencils down. The answer was D, Nile. Genesis 2 verses 10 to 14. A river watering the garden flowed from Eden. From there it was separated into 4 headwaters. The name of the first is the Pishon. It winds through the entire land of Havilah, where there is gold. The gold of that land is good. Aromatic resin and onyx are also there. The name of the second river is the Gin. It winds through the entire land of Cush. The name of the third river is the Tigris. It runs along the east side of Ashur. And the fourth river is the Euphrates. Question 5. Who is a relative of Jesus? Was it A, Matthew, B, Luke, C, John the Baptist, or D, Mary Magdalene? Time to think. That's 10 seconds. The answer was C, John the Baptist. Luke 1 verses 36 to 38. Even Elizabeth, your relative, is going to have a child in her old age, and she who is said to be unable to conceive is in her 6th month. For no word from God will ever fail. I am the Lord's servant, Mary answered. May your word to me be fulfilled. Then the angel left her. Question 6. What is the first beatitude in the Sermon on the Mount? Was it A, blessed are the poor in spirit, B. Blessed are the meek. C. Blessed are those who mourn. Or D. Blessed are the peacemakers. Mull it over. No more time. The answer was A. Blessed are the poor in spirit. Matthew 5 verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Question 7. What does Proverbs 31 describe a wife of noble character being worth more than? Was it A. Rubies, B. Gold, C. Silver, or D. Fine linen? Ponder on it for a moment. And that's time. The answer was A. Rubies. Proverbs 31 verse 10. A wife of noble character who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Question 8. What did Jesus say we should do to our enemies? Was it A. Love them, B. Hate them, C. Plot against them, or D. Laugh at them? Have a think. Time to reveal the answer. The answer was A. Love them. Matthew 5 verse 44. But I say to you, love your enemies. Bless those who curse you. Do good to those who hate you. And pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you. Question 9. According to Corinthians, what does love keep no record of? Was it A. Promises, B. Wrongs, C. Fun, or D. Gifts? Think it over. That's 10 seconds. The answer was B. Wrongs. 1 Corinthians 13 verse 5. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Question 10. Who was described as a man after God's own heart? Was it A. Moses, B. Abraham, C. Isaac, or D. David? Think carefully. And that's time. The answer was D. David. Acts 13 verse 22. After removing Saul, he made David their king. God testified concerning him, I have found David, son of Jesse, a man after my own heart. He will do everything I want him to do. Question 11. In John 14 verse 6, Jesus said that he is the way, the truth, and the what? Was it A. Life, B. Light, C. Glory, or D. Blessed? Ponder on it. No more time. The answer was A. Life. John 14 verse 6. Jesus answered, I am the way, and the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Question 12. According to Matthew 6 verse 33, what should we seek first? Was it A. Wealth and prosperity, B. The kingdom of God, C. Personal happiness and fulfillment, or D. Wisdom and knowledge? Time to think. That's 10 seconds. The answer was B. The kingdom of God. Matthew 6 verse 33. But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Question 13. When Jesus was being arrested, which apostle cut the ear of the high priest's servant with a knife? Was it A. Matthew, B. Paul, C. Peter, or D. Andrew? Think for a moment. That's time. The answer was C. Peter. John 18 verse 10. Then Simon Peter, who had a sword, drew it and struck the high priest's servant, cutting off his right ear. The servant's name was Malchus. Question 14. Where did Abraham bury his wife Sarah? Was it A. Egypt, B. Haran, C. the desert, or D. Cave of Machpelah? Think carefully. Time to reveal the answer. The answer was D. Cave of Machpelah. Genesis 23 verse 19. Afterward Abraham buried his wife Sarah in the cave, in the field of Machpelah near Mamre, which is at Hebron in the land of Canaan. Question 15. Who was Jacob's favorite son? Was it A. Reuben, B. Judah, C. Joseph, or D. Levi? Time to think. That's 10 seconds. The answer was C. Joseph. Genesis 37 verse 3. Now Israel loved Joseph more than any of his other sons, because he had been born to him in his old age, and he made an ornate robe for him. Question 16. What does the term Emmanuel mean as used in the New Testament? Was it A. King of Jews, B. Son of God, C. God with us, or D. Prince of Peace? Mull it over. Pencils down. The answer was C. God with us. Matthew 1 verse 23. The virgin will conceive and give birth to a son, and they will call him Emmanuel, which means God with us. Question 17. To whom did Jesus say, "Get behind me, Satan"? Was it A. to a Pharisee, B. to Peter, C. to Judas, or D. to a demon-possessed man? Ponder on it. Time's up. The answer was B. to Peter. Matthew 16 verse 23. Jesus turned and said to Peter, "Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns." Question 18. In which book does Jesus give the Beatitudes? Was it A. Matthew, B. Mark, C. Luke, or D. John? Have a think. No more time. The answer was A. Matthew. Matthew 5 verses 2 to 4. And he began to teach them, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." Question 19. What does Ecclesiastes say about the love of money? Was it A. It satisfies the soul, B. It brings wisdom, C. It never satisfies, or D. Brings complete peace? Think carefully now. And that's time. The answer was C. It never satisfies. Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. Question 20. Where did Abraham settle after leaving his homeland? Was it A. Egypt, B. Canaan, C. Haran, or D. Jerusalem? Take a moment. Time to reveal the answer. The answer was B. Canaan. Genesis 12 verses 4 to 5. So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there. Last question. Question 21. What was David's occupation before he became king? Was it A. Carpenter, B. Shepherd, C. Merchant, or D. Scribe? Think carefully now. Pencils down. The answer was B. Shepherd. 1 Samuel 17 verse 34. But David said to Saul, "Your servant has been keeping his father's sheep, when a lion or a bear came and carried off a sheep from the flock." And that's the end of the quiz. Well, dear seekers of wisdom, this concludes our journey through the sacred scriptures. I hope the questions today have been a nourishing feast for both your spirit and intellect. If you've enjoyed this biblical quest, please show your support with a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to join us for more enlightening explorations into the good book. Until our next gathering, keep your faith strong and your hearts receptive to the teachings of the scriptures. This is Zavorla, your guide through the holy texts. Signing off. May peace and wisdom accompany you on your path. Farewell, and may blessings be upon you.